Welcome back to our YouTube channel. In today's video, we will find out why the NBA hates Allen Iverson. But before we begin, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Allen Iverson cemented his NBA career, and he will be a player that people will always talk about. The Hall of Fame guard had a career to remember, and he was a fearless leader on the court. Recently, Iverson appeared on the All the Smoke podcast hosted by Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson, and during the podcast, he expressed his hatred toward a certain media member. Alain Iverson was unjustifiably accused of fighting and sentenced to jail, then was released as a high school student with the pardon of the governor. Now anyone with some kind of common sense knows that the NBA's executives and officials do not like Allen Iverson. It has been proven over and over again. It was recently proved in Tim Donaghy's book, where he talks about how the officials did not like Allen Iverson and made sure he lost in certain games. But tonight, it was proven again. The situation Iverson is in is truly unfair, and it is very disgusting. The league has been quietly punishing Iverson for about 3 years. They waited till he stopped averaging 30 points a game as they wanted him to, and then ate him up and spit him out. The media has been taking shots at Iverson for so long about the type of person he was. Recently, the media has taken all sorts of shots at Iverson's basketball ability, saying that he lost a step and cannot be a good player in the league anymore. That is fine. Everyone knows Iverson gets treated unfairly by the media, and he is given a bad rap, but one thing that is not acceptable is disrespecting Allen Iverson's legendary career. Who would do such a thing, you think? Well, you might want to check out the Decade's Best NBA Player poll on NBA.com and read the candidates. Disgustingly, Allen Iverson is not included on that list. The referees also didn't like Iverson, and controversial Tim Donaghy, a man who was in prison for match fixing, talked about it in more detail, saying some referees had a deal to intentionally punish Iverson in matches. Iverson spent 14 seasons in the NBA and impacted the game in a big way. His time with the Philadelphia 76ers was the highlight of his career. Iverson won an NBA MVP award during his time in Philadelphia and led the 76ers to the 2001 NBA Finals. He also led the league in scoring 4 times during his time with the 76ers. Iverson averaged 27.6 points playing with the 76ers. He was a fan favorite in Philadelphia, and he had a lot of love for the fans there. It was no question that Iverson was the face of the franchise, and he was the star on the team. Iverson was never the biggest player on the court, but he played like he was. He was always fearless when he stepped on the court, and he was going to make sure that he left his all out there when the game was over. When he left Philadelphia, the fans were sad to see him go because he did so much for the franchise and turned the team around. After playing in Philadelphia, Iverson spent time with the Denver Nuggets, Detroit Pistons, and Memphis Grizzlies before going back to Philadelphia to finish his final NBA season. For his career, he averaged 26.7 points, 6.2 assists, and 3.7 rebounds. He was an 11-time All-Star and a 7-time All-NBA selection. The candidates for the best player of the decade in the NBA's are Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Garnett, LeBron James, and Steve Nash. You would think Allen Iverson is on that list and is a lock for the 4th spot and 5th at least, but he wasn't even a candidate. This does not make sense. But then again, it is Allen. We're talking about practice. Iverson. The league took the hate towards this man to another level with this poll. Any basketball fan who has watched basketball for the past decade knows that Allen Iverson dominated the past decade. But they have Steve Nash and LeBron James ahead of him. What a shame. Iverson has accomplished far too much in this league to not be included on that list. He has accomplished more than James, Nash, and maybe even Kevin Garnett. But he still is not included on that list. No disrespect to LeBron James, but he should not be on that list. Not because he was not good enough, but he could not even play the whole decade. Steve Nash, who won 2 MVPs, is debatable, as well because Jason Kidd is very worthy and so is Dirk Nowitzki. But there should be no question about whether Allen Iverson should be on this list or not. Iverson is a lock for the Hall of Fame and is easily a top 5 player in the past decade, and arguably a top 25 player of all time. Tell us in the comments section your thoughts. That's it from today's video. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay happy. See you in the next video.